Alright guys, what's up? It's Cowboy Fan here today, and I have a story to tell you. So, when I was little, about 5 or 6, this was kinda, I guess, like a scary moment in my life. I got in trouble for something. I don't really exactly remember what it was, but I guess it pissed off my dad. And well, not it, but I got grounded for it. So I was told to clean my room while I was in there. So I was like, alright, I got nothing better to do, and I have a basket full of laundry that I should probably hang up. And I finished making my bed, and doing the floor and everything, and I was, about, like, naughty. I was like 3 feet tall, maybe 3'5", I don't know, 4 feet. I was really short at the time, and I couldn't reach the hangers and stuff so I pulled out the drawers on my dresser to step on them, and then hang up my clothes. And I'm getting up there, I was good.
Care package
I was
awaiting
hanging up my
orders.
pants. I just started on my pants, folded them, put it on the hanger. I found pants. Alright, this is like where everything just kind of freaked me out. So I was getting up there. I hung it up, and my foot slipped off the dresser. And I fell, and I cut my arm on the corner of my dresser. And it cut like this big hole, maybe, I don't know, probably about 4 inches down and 5 inches across, and it was hanging on by this like a thread of skin, I guess. And I looked inside my arm, and I could see the blood. It was like brown and everything. It was mixed with red and stuff. And it was kind of shocking. And I was wearing a Superman shirt that day, or a Spider-Man shirt, because I thought Spider-Man was pretty cool back in my day.
Rolling Thunder, ready for
That was only
deployment.
like 2006, but it was a while ago, and I cut it, and I got scared because I didn't want to go out and tell my parents or say anything. And it was so bad, like, if I would have said anything, I probably would have died or something. Because of how much blood I lost, if I would have lost. And when this happened, I got back in my bed. I pushed my face against the bed. And I got up. Decided to grab balls and tell my parents what happened. So I ran out there, and I could not speak. I was just like so horrified at what I saw. I was like my mouth was open. I was trying to say something, but nothing was like coming out of my mouth. So I was like the smart kid that I was. Just kidding. I pulled it was a short sleeve shirt, and I pulled the sleeve up towards my shoulder, and you could see it. And my dad was sitting there watching football, and my mom's messing around with the vacuum, playing with the dogs and everything. And I went up there, and I was holding my arm up, and I was like pointing to my arm, and I had my mouth open, and I looked fucking stupid. And my mom's just like freaking out. And my dad, he like picks me up. He runs to the end of the hall, and there was a towel in my room. There was a blue towel. It was like this old towel. It was all ripped up and everything. So he's like, grab that towel, hurry! My mom, so she grabbed the towel, and they wrapped my arm. And then my dad put me in the truck, and we were going to this hospital that was, I don't know how far it was, but we were going, and I was sitting there, and we finally get to the hospital. We were running red lights like no other, and no, I'm kidding, we only ran like maybe one, but ran a red light, why wouldn't you? if your life depends on it, why not? Not saying you should, just saying you shouldn't. But we get in there, and the secretary's like, "All right, guys, you need to have a seat." And we like need to get in the ER, and she's like, because I deglove my arm, and she comes over for about 45 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes later, and she's like, "We need to take a look at that." Unwraps my arm. She's like, "Oh yeah, we need to get you guys into the ER." And I'm like, I still can't say anything, and like, I was so impatient because it hurt so bad. And we get in there, and there was no plastic surgeon in that hospital, so they had to call in a plastic surgeon, which took like another 15 minutes. So I'm sitting there, and my dad's like, "I'm never gonna ground you again." And then after that happened, the plastic surgeon finally showed up. He's like, "Oh yeah, blah 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 blah." I can't remember what he said. He's like, "Blah blah blah blah," and then he's like, these other doctors. It was just me, my mom, and my dad. My sister was gone. She was at her cousin's, and my mom went to go pick up my sister, and I remember I was laying there on the bed, and then they're like, you can," and they told me clearly, the plastic surgeon and the other doctor and whatnot, they're like, "You can watch if you want." And my mom like had to leave the room because it was like so intense. Like my arm, I had to get 300 stitches in my right arm from it, and I lost like so much blood, and I can't remember what they did. Like I think they like stretched like some skin out, I guess, to resew my arm again, like back, because the way like how it was, it like they had to put like 3 layers of 300 stitches in my arm. And after that, so I mean, after that happened, I was like, and then I had this gauze around my arm and stuff. So after that, it's probably a couple years later, and I was like, "Hey Dad, you remember cut my arm open, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." I need to wrap this up earlier. And he's like, I was like, "You remember when you said you were never gonna ground me again?" And that was the day I got grounded again. He's like, "No," and he clearly remembered. I knew it. So that's gonna be the end, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.